Hello everyone, my name is Nathaniel Baird and today I'll be presenting an overview of Microsoft Azure, one of the leading cloud computing platforms. We'll explore what Azure is, how it works, who uses it, its security and pricing models, and look at some real-world examples and emerging technologies that make it a top choice in modern software architecture. It was the 2024 leader in strategic cloud platform services, presented by Gartner Magic Quadrant. What is Azure? Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing platform with industry-leading AI and service created by Microsoft. It is the industry-leading AI and cloud service, supports multiple serverless models, and is used by a wide range of organizations. For the cloud-based resources, it has virtual machines and databases to artificial intelligence, analytics, and storage. Essentially, Azure allows businesses and developers to build, deploy, and manage applications on Microsoft's global network instead of maintaining their own servers. Azure's surface categories consist of a few different things. For examples, the first one is computing, then storage, networking, databases, and AI and machine learning. For the computing, you have virtual machines, app services, and virtual desktops, which can have containers to run applications. Then storage, which is blob, file, queue, and disks. Blob is just basic files and videos and images. It also is secure, scalable data storage options if you need larger or smaller, depending on your needs. Networking is a virtual network, load balancer, and VPN gateways are examples, and are connecting resources and users through virtual networks. Databases like Azure SQL, Cosmos Database, and MySQL are a few examples. AI and machine learning are for the cognitive services, machine learning, and OpenAI, which are like the Internet of Things, analytics, and DevOps tools. These categories give users flexibility to build complete end-to-end solutions. Azure works in a few different ways. It is the cloud, but in order for it to be cloud, those resources have to be stored somewhere. So the data centers are globally located. Each data center contains thousands of physical servers and is grouped by individual regions and provides redundancy. That way, if one server goes down, another one will take over until it gets fixed or replaced. So the users interact with the platform through the Azure portal, command line tools, or APIs to create and manage the resources they need. It supports it uses virtualization and containerization to efficiently allocate and compute and store resources across its massive infrastructure across the nation. Use Azure. Someone use it for the scalability and flexibility that they offer, the cost efficiency, the integration with other Microsoft products, which makes it even easier to integrate if you already have Office 365, for example, modern software support, and security risks to protect you from those security risks. It integrates easily with existing Microsoft products, like I said before, Office 365 and Active Directory, which makes migration simpler. It also supports multi-language development, hybrid cloud environments, and global reach, making it ideal for organizations of any size. Azure Security has a few things like Azure Defender, Sentinel, and Key Vault, multi-factor authentication, also known as MFA, role-based access control, and over 90 plus certifications in the industry standard. Now, security is one of its biggest strengths. It includes tools like Azure Defender for threat protection, Sentinel for security information and event management, the Azure Firewall, and Key Vault for managing encryption keys and secrets with cryptographic keys. Features like multi-factor authentication and role-based access control ensure that only authorized users can access data. Azure also holds those 90 certifications, or 90 plus certifications, proving its compliance and security standards. Azure provides industry-leading, multi-layered security across physical data centers, infrastructure, and operations, with built-in resiliency, features for high availability, disaster recovery, and backup from Azure's website. Pricing, everyone's biggest fear. How much does it cost? As with everything else in life. The biggest thing they have is the pay-as-you-go model, which is consumption based. So think of it as you only pay for what you need. So there's no upfront costs for most services. They have hybrid benefits and discounts, and depending on which region and tier that you need, that price is also different. So there are also reserved instances options for predictable workloads that can save up to 70% compared to on-demand pricing, and Microsoft provides a cost calculator and budgeting tools to help organizations plan and monitor their cloud expenses, as well as assistance through virtual meetings if needed, and you could probably even call them and ask and set up a meeting if you even need that as well. Global infrastructure. This spans more than 60 regions across 140 countries. Their worldwide presence ensures low latency, high availability, and data residency options. Each region consists of multiple data centers designed for redundancy, providing reliable service even during regional outages. Now, these infrastructure types are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, artificial intelligence as a service, and model as a service. Infrastructure is essential IT infrastructure to flexibly create and manage resources. The platform, which is the cloud, to develop, run, and manage applications. Software is seamless access to software applications over the internet, eliminating local installation needs. ALAS is AI tools and services through the cloud, and MAS is machine learning models as serverless APIs for simplified app deployment. For some people, the old stuff is their favorite thing in the world, but for newer people and new organizations, they want the new stuff or new technologies. Microsoft Azure is introducing Azure Quantum and AI data centers as two examples. Azure continues to innovate with emerging technologies like Azure Quantum, Azure OpenAI service, and edge computing. These allow businesses to leverage cutting-edge AI, quantum computing research, and real-time processing closer to the data source, which reduces the time took to process these. Microsoft investments in sustainable data centers also show their commitment to a greener cloud future. Azure Quantum is just for the quantum algorithms, and data centers is dedicated just for AI integration. That way it can produce the power to increase the speed and efficiency of AI. Are some actual real-world uses for these? Azure is used by businesses, governments, and developers worldwide. For example, healthcare organizations use Azure for patient data analytics, financial institutions for fraud detection, and game developers for scalable online multiplayer services. It is also key in supporting AI applications, web hosting, and Internet of Things systems across industries. As you can see, LinkedIn uses them for back-end infrastructure for scalability, which is created by Microsoft. Mercedes-Benz uses AI to power the voice assistants. Adobe used for analytics and digital marketing. Rolls-Royce uses Azure Internet of Things to collect and analyze aircraft engine performance data, which some people did not know that Rolls-Royce makes the engines in submarines and aircrafts. But back to the topic. Honeywell uses Azure to optimize building energy efficiency. PayPal for global transaction scaling, as mentioned for the scalability. And for gaming, Minecraft runs global game servers, and Ubisoft uses Azure to scale the infrastructure for the services. In summary, Microsoft Azure is used for the security, flexible, and it is one of the biggest global cloud platforms in the world. It is used by millions worldwide and easily integrated, and one of the biggest for cloud computing. It is a powerful cloud platform that enables organizations to build, deploy, and scale solutions globally. With its broad range of services, strong security, and continued innovation, it remains as a leading choice for cloud computing and software architecture today. Hopefully, you have learned something from my presentation.